An adjective. It describes a person.
10 minutes dance. After we went to teacher Julie, she want to pour oil for her birthday. She's not sure for what statue for her birthday.
Yeah.
After we visit grandparents, what Mongkol Bopit near grandparents.
That is the black Buddha.
Buddha temple there and grandparents there, they put together, stay at the same place.
But inside there is a black Buddha.
Very big.
Big black also.
No gold now, gold.
Now
Gold Buddha statue now.
What?
Black Buddha.
Oh, there is.
Last time the Buddha are black.
Oh.
But now the black Buddha.
Why is red color? Before they put gold, they paint with black. It's a liquid from the tree. สีดำเนี่ยเขาเรียกว่าหลักมันเป็นยาไม้ชนิดหนึ่งเอามาจาก
To make the paint adhere more.
They want the gold to stay there for a long time for permanent.
Okay.
You need to black color first after gold.
So we put the black. Looks like sap from a tree,
Yeah.
and that makes the paint adhere to the statue for a longer period of time. It just makes the paint last longer.
We say ลงรักปิดทองรักมันเป็นยางไม้ชนิดหนึ่งเอามาจากต้นไม้มาทาก่อนแล้วเอาทองไปแปะใส่มันจะอยู่นานมันจะติดนานมันจะไม่ลอกมันแต่เราลองสีพื้นเนี่ย
แต่ก่อนเขาเรียกองค์ดำนะ
ใช่แต่ไม่เราไปดูอ่ะเราไปตอนที่เขากำลังซ่อม
อ๋อ
เราก็เห็นเป็นองค์ดำองค์ใหญ่ต้องใช้เวลาหลายเดือนถึงจะทำเสร็จจริงๆไม่ดำ Before combo by gold when we have fighting we have war with the Burmese soldier you know Burmese they melt gold and take home we see all the cement after cement or the concrete ลงรักปิดทองอ่ะโบราณเขาฉลาดนะครับถ้าเราไม่รู้เนี่ยเรารู้เขาลงรักก่อนแล้วก็ปิดทองที่หลังสีดำคือรักเป็นยางไม้ชนิดหนึ่งดำมากดำแล้วก็แพงแล้วก็ติดแบบแกะเอาเลยเหมือนแบบยางอะไรอ่ะแต่สีธรรมชาติ from the tree liquid from the tree is a black color put first after they put gold on the statue
not plainly but put the gold.
Teacher make is same just it's same the kiss.
I think.
ศาสนาคิด and kiss yes so we kiss same the church sometimes have the magic the cry just a cry
low battery and we have camera and no battery we cannot take more pictures.
Well, I asked Maha Suraphet to show us these pictures because of the opportunity tomorrow, if anybody wanted to go. But also, I wanted to use the opportunity to get you to listen in English, and so that I could ask you a couple of questions, so that we could practice our English. But tomorrow what we're going to do is to continue with what we started today and work with prepositional phrases. And what I'm going to do is when we start class tomorrow is we're going to practice writing sentences that use prepositional phrases. So for example, I'll ask Nam to write a sentence that uses a prepositional phrase that begins with of. And I'll ask Ben to write a sentence that uses a prepositional phrase that starts with. And I'll ask you, Ma, to write a sentence that starts with maybe to. And perhaps you, Kai, to start a sentence or use a sentence with a prepositional phrase that starts with on, and so on, so that we can practice using prepositional phrases. And remember that a prepositional phrase is a group of words that starts with a preposition. And we use the prepositional phrase to describe either the verb, in which case it's working just the same way as an adverb does, or we use the prepositional phrase to describe a noun, so that in that case it's working just the way an adjective does. So we'll practice prepositional phrases tomorrow. And then also I want to save some time so we can get back to Wang Lung, our story, because he's about, and Pew is read ahead, and Chop is read ahead, haven't you, Chop? So, and because we're starting to get to the point to where he's ready to bring his new wife home, and we're going to learn about his new wife, and we'll go from there, okay?
And teacher, if I say stand up, it's a simple adverb.
Pardon me?
If I say stand up,
If
it's
you,
a simple adverb.
yeah, stand, well, actually, what you did, the question you just asked, Nam, is something I want to take up tomorrow. It's what we call verb phrases. Real quickly, this is just a preview, okay? Real quickly.
Now tomorrow, if we want to join you, can we put down the last time? I know that we cannot.
A verb phrase. I sent you the notes. When I sent you the notes, one of the notes was about verb phrases. And a verb phrase is where we take a verb, like stand, and then we take a preposition, like up. And that becomes what we call a verb phrase. So up is no longer a preposition. And we think of this as just one word. Even though it's two separate words, we think of it as just one word. So because it's technically two words, we call it a phrase, but it functions as just one verb. So we say stand up, that's a verb phrase. Sit down would be a verb phrase. And I'm going to introduce to you tomorrow, and one of the notes that I sent you, the PowerPoint notes I sent you, we talk about verb phrases, and I give you examples of more verb phrases. But that is actually a verb phrase. And up, in this case, is not a preposition. It's part of a verb phrase. But we're going to practice prepositional phrases tomorrow, okay? Because I think that's something that we're going to have to probably take a couple of days to work on to get real comfortable with. And you've got to be able to create your own sentences in order to be comfortable with this. So we're going to work on that some tomorrow, okay? So I will not be sending you any notes tonight, because we're going to continue to use the same notes tomorrow that we had today. But Dow, I will send you all of the notes that we have already, that we've used in class since I've been here, I'll go ahead and send those to you, so you have those to refer to. Okay? And I'll bring a thumb drive tomorrow with all of those notes, and that way you can use them if you want. Yeah.
Can put in my hand.
Yeah. I'll just bring them on a thumb drive, and then you can put them on your. Yeah. Okay. So I forgot how to say see you later. Chair. You know, what we're going to have to do, you're going to have to write this, because I now there are too many phrases that I can't remember them. So we're going to have to write this down. Now it's jur. Jur. How do you say it? Gun.
Yeah, gun is like gun to shoot the gun.
Jur gun.
Yeah, gun.
And what's it? My? Jur gun my?
Jur mean me. Gun mean each other. My mean again.
So this is each other.
Each other. Gun mean each other.
And this
My
is
again.
again.
Yes, again.
And this means see.
Jur means see or me.
See?
Yeah.
See each other again.
Yeah.
Jurgen mai. Jurgen mai. So I'm going to have to make a list of all of these phrases.